Well, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. Sorry about the delay here, but I want to talk about use your imagination. This is kind of important to understand to use your imagination because using your imagination really is a divine act of God. By simply using your imagination, your divinity, your identity, you can know what God is doing and work it out because your imagination is weird in this sense that it enables us to lock into our own faith simply by trusting in the holy place of the most holies, which is in your mind. Many people have been talking about the holies of holies is in the cherubims, which is in the mind. And what you do in there is godly, and you don't have to look to the physical because the kingdom of God is within, according to Jesus. So the result is not necessarily needed, but it will come because it's guaranteed, because He has given us that privilege of using the imagination. Now, because you and the Father are one, right? So that is the spirit. We're spirit beings slow down to visibility, as you've heard me say. So would he actually beg somebody to answer his prayers? No. So then why do we think we have to do that? Because we're one with him. Now he's outside of time. We are inside of time, but there's no emergencies in God, right? So we don't have an emergency really because if we understand that all we have is within him and he's already given everything that we need for life and godliness, he's blessed us with all spiritual blessing, then what we need to do, we need not be surprised because it's been provided for us. We need to just enjoy the blessings of what he has already provided. So everything is peaceful in the kingdom because you and the Father are one. So I and he and I. So we shouldn't freak out when there's something coming up because we don't understand our identity is our divinity. Now, does that make sense? I hope it does because I've been talking about that for now quite some time that we need to have an understanding of our spirit being because this is what we are and who we have always been is a spirit being. So don't react because when we react, it's a sign of negativity. To act is positive. So we need to be a positive by understanding that. That's the difference between some people because they react negatively rather than acting positive. So here's what you do because your brain is at a lower level of hertz, shall I say, when you go to bed. So see in your mind's eye what you want to go when you go drifting off to sleep in that uh, wave of sleep that gets you into a alpha state. Now, when you do there, you can visualize what you want to happen in the cherubims, that is between the two hemispheres of the mind, as was outlined in the old covenant, because the cherubims meant the two halves of the brain where they imagined what they wanted to happen. And that's what we can do today. We can imagine because it's the spiritual thing to do. And that way we can receive what we have already received. We can receive it now experientially. I hope that makes some sense, what I'm trying to say here. So Jesus has already given it to us. So don't freak out when things don't just turn out like we want it to. But let's just home right in and believe something has already happened as a spirit being, and we can see that change happen for us as it happened for Jesus. So be blessed today, as I always say, as we turn this off and say, see you later.